This video is all about the best way to level weapons in Pax Dei. So I'm going to talk about weapon leveling and show you a few ways that you can level it up both semi-AFK, not so AFK, and even a glitchy, buggy way to do it, though it's not guaranteed. So I'm going to tell you right now, leveling weapons is based on how many times you hit a target. So every time you hit a target, be it a bunny, a deer, a boar, a bear, a humanoid, a monster, it does not matter. That gives you experience points. I have maxed out pole arms, level 41 is the level cap. I've got maxed out block, which I've made a separate video on how to level block. Very important that you do that. I'm working on hand spears, I've got maces going a bit, and bows. And so, first and foremost, if you are in the forest, one of the best early, monsters to fight, not monsters, but animals, is the black bear. Or any bear, for that matter. Just aggro a bear. And, well, let's try that again. Just aggro a bear. And you want to have a plot free. You only have the one plotter, have a guildmate or somebody help you out. Or hopefully that you live near a forest and there's someone with a plot nearby. So I shot at a bear, it's already de-aggroed. You gotta make sure that you hold aggro on these things, right? Also, you can just randomly fire into crowds of deer. Like, as long as you're hitting something, you're gaining XP for it. Alright, I hear the bear huffing and puffing. Where'd it go? There he is. Alright, so normally, at least in the earlier stage, I don't know if this got hotfixed, but sometimes bears do get stuck on trees, which is really nice because this one is stuck on a tree. Otherwise, drag it to a plot of yours with a foundation with no stairs and stand on it, and the bear can't get you. You can sit on the foundation, and you can just blast the bear all day, every day. Now, if you aggro a bear a certain way, which I have yet to figure out exactly, you can bug the bear out so that it's trying to de-aggro and reset, which will heal its HP, and you can infinitely attack it while it stands still, and it will infinitely heal, making it an infinite source of experience points. So this is probably one of the most easiest common ways to do this. Now, there's a few tricks, too, with resetting the bear's health if it doesn't bug out. And I'm actually going to chop the tree and see if I can free it. So I can try to drag it to... Let's see, does that... No, that's not going to free it. Okay. But yeah, when a bear bugs out like this, you can basically just poke it from a distance if you want. And you should be safe. You should be perfectly fine. And level your weapon skills that way. So I'm going to be leveling my bows here. And I'm just going to show you right now. We're going to go to skill. So check out my bows. It is level 20 and right about there. And I'm going to cut to after I kill the bear. So I have shot it 52 times now. And it is not experience upon kill. It is experience on hits. So now you can see that my bows are all the way up here now. And that was, again, that was about 50-something shots. I've already forgot. I already lost count. I've been up all night. And there we go. We killed the bear. So... now, there's another way, again, to reset the bear's health, but it only works if you're really, really, really far away from civilization. Right now, I have other players that are near me, so this method would not work. But if you're way off in, like, the middle of frickin' nowhere, way out of bounds on the map, there's no people on at all, it's 4 in the morning, what you can do is, when the bear is low health, you log out of the game completely, you click exit now, you relaunch the game. And what this does is, because there's not a single person in the entire zone, it will unload all of the entities, and then when you load into the game, it will reload all of the entities at full health, allowing you to just use whatever creature you're attacking as a, a sponge for your attacks. Now, another few tips, too, when leveling weapons. You want to bring multiple copies of the same weapon so that you don't have to, go back to town or go back to your outpost and repair. You also want to use the weakest possible version of that weapon. So, for instance, if I'm leveling hand spears, I want to use a pointy stick. I don't want to use a really powerful spear because it's not about how much damage you're doing. It's not about how strong the target is. It's about how many hits you are landing. Pure, plain, and simple. Very bare bones, basic Unreal Engine stuff here, folks. So, another thing, too, is some people are going to say, well, if you're leveling bows, you should just go hunt. And yes, if you want to run around a forest and kill every little woodland creature, that is absolutely fine. Because, again, I shot that bear and I got 50 hits in. It stood still. It's glitched out. Easy peasy, right? But if I ran around an entire forest and shot all the deer and all the rabbits and all the boars, it's not even going to come close to 50 hits, okay? But there's actually better enemies in the game to shoot. You want to shoot the tankiest possible enemies with the highest amount of health, and preferably ones that stay still. Bears, in my opinion, are the best ones that just stay still and don't move. Now, the higher level bears are out in the no-build zone, so you can't just Fortnite up a fortification and snipe the bear from above. But you can sometimes find natural occurring ledges that bears can't climb up on. Like, here's how to tell if a bear can attack you. All right, you're gonna find a ledge, and you're going to just walk towards it. Not like that. If you mantle up it automatically, then that doesn't count. But like this rock right here, I am just walking onto it, no sprinting, and I can't get up it. But I can get up here, and I can get up here. So the bear's AI pathfinding will be able to get up on this rock. Also, here's a boar. And yeah, if you want, you know, just shoot every single living thing that you can. As you can see here, the boar found its way up to me. So that's no bueno. But, which means no good in Spanish, I think. Anyway. So yes, just attack everything, every living creature with whatever weapon you're trying to level up, even the little baby rabbits here, okay? And because I'm leveling bows, I'm just shooting them dead, and oh, I'm still getting attacked by the other boar. He's ambushing me here. And now, you don't get bonus XP for using your weapon's ability, so don't ever do that, because the abilities always do more damage than your auto attack, your standard attack, okay? So only use your standard attacks. Now, going way out of bounds with, you know, a whole bunch of different weapons so that you can repair, and finding a really, really tanky mob while you stand up on a ledge where it stares at you is the absolute best thing to do, because like I said, if you're completely away from all civilization and there are no players around to keep the monster rendered, then all you have to do is log out and back in, and you have an infinite soak damage sponge. And I'm going to tell you right now that once you do find these infinite soak damage sponges, or a bugged out enemy that just tries to de-aggro and auto-heals, it's going to take you about 3 to 5 hours, depending on the attack speed of your weapon, to max it out. Yes, it is a pretty big, significant amount. Now, I'm still working on maxing out my skills, but I'll tell you right now, if you're curious how much more damage you receive, the pole arms one that I had, which currently I am using a sturdy spear, this was a 172 point something % damage increase. So I don't know if all weapons share that. I feel like the bow has very unusual powerful scaling, because already at level 20, I feel like I've doubled my damage, or more so, and I'm using just the crappiest bow and the crappiest wooden arrows. And I don't know if it's double dipping on its scaling with higher, better arrowheads. I'm going to make a whole video on archery once I get it maxed out. It's going to take me a while. It's a huge grind. I've got a lot of responsibilities to do. I've got to keep my forges pumping and stuff. This game is a massive, massive chore. It's just really, really choring. But let me show you some other examples of very tanky enemies that you can just practice on, if you can find them. Now, one of my favorite enemies to train against is a will-o-wisp, because these things do not fight back. They are incredibly tanky and have a huge health pool. And essentially, you can macro AFK them if you can confine them in a small area like this. So what I can do is I can pull out my weapon, I can pull out, you know, whatever I want to level up, like in this case, a hand spear. I can then use a keyboard macro, which I'll show you what that looks like real quick. So a keyboard macro is kind of, I guess, maybe cheating, if you want to call it that. But like I have, hold on, let's switch to this one. So I have slow left click, and all this does is hit the left click button every 0.1 second and then let it go. That's all it does, right? So with something like that, because I can lock onto this will-o-wisp, I can push my macro button. I'm going to sit here and stab it, or in place, and because I can lock onto it, it's going to be tracking every time it pats, you know, back and forth from me. Now, finding these will-o-wisps is incredibly hard and very time-consuming. And you're probably going to be wondering or asking me, Swobenji, where is this? Where is this spot? Can you please tell me where the spot is? And the answer to that is, I'm not telling until I max out all my weapon skills, or if this game gets popular, I will then paywall it behind my members-only videos. I know, and I hate to do that, but listen, I am very poor in the real world, and games like this, the second one mega clan finds out about this, then they're just going to control it forever, okay? And there's multiple places like this, and you don't have to fight a will-o-wisp. You can fight a corrupted bear or a corrupted, you know, enemy by... You can actually, for those that don't realize it, you can climb up on these trees. Like, you can climb trees. Well, not all trees, of course, but some trees. And, you can just climb up the tree, and then a bear can't get you. Now, of course, in real life, bears can climb trees, right? But in this video game, they don't. So the bears will just sit there, and they will actually stand still, where this will-o-wisp does not stand still, so it's kind of annoying to level bow skills with. But it does kind of, I guess it makes you get good by learning how to track and aim ahead and stuff, but... the point is here is that the will-o-wisp is the tankiest, highest HP mob in the game that I've found so far. And they only drop like a quartz, so their drops kind of suck, so they're not really worth killing. I assume that these things are weak against magic since they're like a ghostly creature, and that physical attacks, they're not meant to, like, you're not meant to fight these, right? They're just supposed to be a decoration or a nuisance when you're, like, trying to kill mobs. That, or they're meant to be zerged down by a guild or something. And sometimes they get stuck on you, but whatever. Hello, Wisp. It's pretty cool when you think about it. It's like, oh, I'm a spooky archer, you know, spooky archer, in a forest, training my aim on flying wisps or something. I don't know. Roleplay reasons aside, you gotta find yourself a beefy-ass mob in a high-level zone. And like I said, if I make a video where this location is, then the sweaty guilds, because it's a PvP zone, maybe, possibly, will simply control it, and no one can take advantage of it. And, you know, dude, I'm not making my bill payments doing YouTube, so I gotta figure something out, and members-only vids is one way to do that. So if I find the juiciest secrets, that's where I'm posting them. But don't sign up just yet, because I haven't done any Pax Dei content anyway. But yeah, so that's leveling weapons, and so right now, we can see that my skills in archery are 21, and right now, the ammo that I have looks like this. So I'm going to cut to, after shooting, how many of these arrows? 152, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 50. 882 arrows. 884 arrows. I'm going to shoot this wisp that many times, and before it dies, I'm going to log out and back in so it fully heals, and I'll be back in a jiffy. Alright, this wisp is nearly dead. I still have about 216 arrows remaining. So I'm going to log out and back in and refresh this bad boy's HP. Alright, logged back in. The wisp is back to full health. Time to pelt it with more arrows. Oh boy. We got a fresh one here to shoot. Yeehaw. Well, I hate to disappoint, but the server lagged and the wisp just never respawned or came back. So here's where we got. I only had 77 arrows remaining. So not a whole lot. And yes, I am missing some shots. I'm not perfect with the bow. I did break this one bow, and I'm on the second one with a little bit of durability loss, but we did get up to level 25, almost level 26 bows, so not too bad. How much time did it take? Hell, I wasn't really keeping track. I'd say maybe 15, probably about 15-20 minutes. So yeah, definitely a great and awesome way to level weapon skills. I wonder if the wisp will be back, because that's weird. It just like the server lagged for like 5 seconds straight, and then it just disappeared. Super weird. And again, you can get creative with it. These are very high endgame super mobs. And I'm just sitting on top of a tree shooting arrows down at them. I even have long sticks that I can stab them with. And they're just gonna grovel and growl. And look, a grand old boar, a growl, or a dire wolf. These things are insanely, like these things one-shot me. Even with chainmail armor, these things instantly kill me in one hit. But because I'm on top of a tree, and this is a no-build zone, you can't Fortnite up a tower and kill these things, alright? They only exist in the no-build zone. But because I'm on a little tree here, easy pickings. I don't have enough arrows, unfortunately, but this is another way to not only level up your weapons, but also get in-game materials pretty easily. And just look how many targets I have. I can sit here and I can stab like 4 dudes at a time. All of this is just rapidly giving me weapon XP. So I go skills, where is hand spears level 26. And yeah, I can just sit here, just shank them all down, no problem. And again, these are in-game mobs meant for raid groups. But here I am, just stabbing the hell out of them. Easy peasy. Not so much cleaves anymore, and then you go to skills, you go to combat, and then hand spears. Huh, that's weird. Why is it not leveling up at all? Yeah, very odd. So, maybe no, it leveled up when I attacked the dire wolf, it gave me levels, but when I'm attacking this grand old boar, huh, that's weird. That is really weird. Hand spears. What's going on with hand spears, dude? It's Am I lagged out or something? I must be lagged out. I don't know. Alright, so I don't know what it was, but it was lagging, and now it's 27. I guess I'm just on a laggy server. Also, this is the glitch I'm talking about. Notice how this grand old boar is constantly healing back to full life? This is not the mob's ability. This is because it's trying to reset combat, and because it's trying to reset combat, I can basically just pound on this forever and max out my hand spears. I can max out whatever other weapons I may have on me as well, but as long as I don't fully kill it, because I'm out DPSing its heal. And there we go. Let's see, is it still lagging? Yeah, it's kind of still lagging. And because I climbed up things, sometimes mobs will simply bug out and not be able to move or approach you anymore. I don't know what this is. Is it like a server issue, perhaps, or something? I really don't know. But it's free weapon skill ups, and they don't move, so they just stand there. You can just poke them, shoot them, whatever weapon it is that you want to level up. It makes it really, really simple and easy. Yeah, and I don't know if it's the trees doing it, if it's the server doing it, but, whoa, what the hell? I have never seen the animal. Oh, okay, that's how to get that then. Yeah, first time for everything. Look how tanky and hard these things are. These enemies kill me in one hit with full chainmail. It's ridiculous, but this is how you beat them. This is how you beat the game. Whoa, I have never seen an angry soul. I have never once seen it. Holy crap, that thing is spooky as hell. Even though it's just a silhouette of a humanoid. I bet they have magic. Bad idea to shoot this thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna get... Oh, here it comes. Nope, decided not to. Well, I'm really low on arrows, so I can't keep aggroing this thing, but... Oh, yeah, it's shooting back. Uh-oh. It's shooting back. Why does a ghost have a bow? Hey, new battle music. I've never heard this battle music before when I'm fighting the infested boars. It's, look how tough these are! These things are crazy. They deal like these boars that I'm fighting, they hit for like 230 damage. Are these like boss monsters? Am I fighting a boss right now? Like two bosses? I don't know what this is, but I mean, yeah. If I step off this tree, 230 freaking damage through my armor. Like, you can't even get your health that high. How are you supposed to fight this? I know guilds will just slam a character, like slam their armies into these things, and eventually, yeah, wear them out and kill them, but holy crap. And of course, these super boars drop nothing. They only dropped one bone fragment and one sinew. I don't think they're meant to be killable yet in the game. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Alright, I actually jumped in a tree. This thing started shooting arrows at me, which did no stamina damage. I had my shield out. I jumped down. It hit me really hard for 60 damage through my block, and then it just bugged out and stopped attacking me. So now I'm free to just murder it and see what kind of loot I get from it. There it goes. And we got us 2 small rough animal hides. Oh my god, dude! Oh, and the lag finally caught up. You can see I'm level 29 in hand spears now, and yeah, it is definitely leveling up. And again, you have to be creative with the height and like the slant of the land. I get one chance to jump on this tree, and if I miss, I get eaten alive. Alright, let's go. Oh no. Okay, they didn't see me. Climb up. Climb up the tree. Please. Okay, well maybe this tree's just not... Oh, there we go. We got it. Okay. And then you just pull out your bow, and then you just fire into the crowd. Woo! Even though I didn't hit anybody, they still turn red. Alright. And some trees, they can still attack you on top. Look at all the lag. Look at the lag, dude. That's still pretty spooky. Let's get that bad boy over here. Get over here, bad boy. There you go. And look at that. Time to level up, boyos. Just... Okay, I'm only hitting that one. Let's get a better attack angle. I did bring a longer stick, that way I'm not stuck in a tree. Now, you can always log out, and that'll despawn the mobs, of course. But yeah, time to get some XP. Anyway, that is it for weapon leveling. This is the fastest, easiest, laziest, and you can even AFK it in some instances. I really like the tree method too, because you can cleave and hit so many enemies at once. Though I don't have a short sword or a short axe, so I don't know if those reach. But there's always the wisp, there's always bears, you just bug them out, and then you just hit them like punching bags. Bows are going to take the longest to level because they have the slowest attack speed in the game. Oh my goodness. But yeah, with that said, leave a like, please leave a comment letting me know what you think. And if you want more guides, you can subscribe, I guess. I mean, I'm already over 100k subs. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. But if you do, you know, for other stuff, feel free to do so. Finally, there's a video on the right side of your screen that you should absolutely click, and if you don't click it, then unfortunately, the bread that you recently bought, you won't be able to eat through all of it before it goes out of date and you'll have to throw it out. Sorry.